Personalization is one of those terms that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Ultimately, it's about delivering a unique experience for every individual based on their history, their preferences, and their individual data. For instance, I'm from Boston, I have local family in the area, and I love golf. And I'm a huge sports fan. And if you live in Boston, you gotta go see the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Go Red Sox, go Patriots, go Bruins, go Celtics. I'm a huge music fan, and I'm a musician. And maybe someday I'll play under the big lights like at the Paradise Rock Club. Boston's loaded with rich history, but I'm not really a history buff. You know what I'm not into? Politics. Pretty cool building though. I have a dog and I bring her here to the dog park all the time, and I shop for her on Amazon. You know what I get? These you might like recommendations for diapers. My kids have been potty trained for 3 years, so what's the deal? Hi. As you can see, personalization has a unique meaning to each and every consumer. Personalization can be everything from dear name, to insert product, to implicit, explicit insights like has children, loves music, to fully automating a sequence of offers, content, and journeys, leveraging AI and machine learning. Marketers struggle with this complexity. Gartner predicts 80% of marketers will abandon personalization efforts by 2025. Why is that the case? Well, marketers are throwing their hands up in the air. They can't drive meaningful results in ROI from personalization. The challenge is 27% of marketers believe data is the key obstacle to personalization, revealing their weaknesses in data collection, integration, and protection. This is a challenge that Cheetah is uniquely positioned to solve. It's all about leveraging data for good in a value exchange with consumers. They say content is king, but context is queen. The intelligence and decisioning about who gets what, when, where, and how is the way marketers will thrive. The stakes are high, and if done right, marketers can drive 20% plus more efficient marketing, 30% plus uplift in revenue, and 20% plus incremental boost in conversion rates when coordinating orchestrated and personalized journeys. Gartner shows a maturity progression for personalization from crawl to walk to run. Crawl involves customizing multi-channel messages by name, offer, and call to action. Walk includes triggered events and leveraging send time optimization and product recommendations. And run moves to personalizing experiences based on AI-based optimization and dynamic sequencing. The next generation of personalization goes beyond this model. It aims to solve these challenges with a system that leverages analytics and machine learning to evaluate every customer on an individual level and determine not only the right content, not only the right offer, but the right sequence of events from conversions to purchase to retention. As Bill, Samir, and our customer panelists mentioned in the Signals keynotes, personalization as a strategy, as a technology, and as a market are ripe for change. I'm excited to showcase the beginning of our journey on next generation personalization. And don't just take it from me. Today I'm joined by esteemed product colleagues and experts, Iain Short, our VP of Products, and Paul Abrams, Senior Director of Engineering. Let me toss it over to the gents to say hello and describe how they see personalization evolving. Iain?
Hi there, I'm Iain Short, VP of Product Management at Cheetah Digital. I'm based here in the beautiful city of Oxford in the UK. As Bill said in his keynote, personalization has been a road well travelled. I, for one, remember working on a number of projects a long time ago where personalization was a core requirement. It was almost always expressed as ensuring that the right content could be presented in the right place and at the right time. And looking back, I think it would be fair to say that we struggle to just do anything more than the basics. But now, I believe we have the technology and the platform to deliver on the promise and to reach beyond it, to provide a personal, helpful, and coherent consumer experience across all channels and touchpoints and throughout the customer lifecycle. We're going to talk a lot more about this later. But first, let me hand over to Paul to introduce himself.
Thanks, Iain. I'm Paul Abrams, Senior Director of Engineering at Cheetah Digital. I'm here at a beautiful day in San Francisco, and today we'll talk about personalization use cases. For me, personalization is mostly about the relationship you build with a customer, which comes down to 3 key things: to listen, to share relevant content, and stay connected. These days that requires a bit of sensitivity and a light touch, but if you do this right, you boost value and customer loyalty. And today we're going to tell you how to do that using Cheetah Personalization.
Thanks, gents, and welcome everyone to our action-packed practitioner session. Let's get started. Yesterday, we announced Cheetah Personalization to the world, the only solution that allows marketers to orchestrate real-time interactions, content, and promotions across all channels and touchpoints from a single platform. Cheetah Personalization is a first-class citizen and sister solution to the other majors in the customer engagement suite, including Cheetah EDP, Experiences, Messaging, and Loyalty. Cheetah Personalization allows marketers to deliver a unique and human moment for each and every customer. Our approach to next-generation personalization includes delivering the next best experience. Cheetah can capture real-time data events on web and mobile devices and apply targeted recommendations in real time. The next best journey. Cheetah provides the most comprehensive set of omni-channel journeys in the market, from triggered to multi-step to fully custom journeys. And next best offers. Cheetah allows you to personalize offers leveraging business rules and machine learning for all touchpoints. All of this is powered by our platform, the Engagement Data Platform, which leverages an ML and decisioning engine to drive all interactions. Cheetah Personalization flows through the veins of all of our solutions in the Customer Engagement Suite. Let's take a look at how Cheetah leverages the power of personalization to drive an increased value exchange with customers. Okay, so let's take a look at how Cheetah Personalization comes to life through the lens of a consumer. I'm a health-conscious consumer. I go to Infini, my health and wellness website, iwearinfini.com, where I can browse for women's gear, men's gear, yoga gear, classes, and even personalized offers and coupons and deals just targeted for me. So what you'll see is I'll browse on the site and I'll click on men's tops. Then I'll choose the everyday sleeveless train tee, and then I'll click back on the home page. And what you'll notice is through the power of Cheetah real-time personalization, we're able to target specifically men's range. Hey Patrick, would you like to learn more about our men's products? Take a 20% off discount. So see a specific targeted offer for me right on the page based on my browsing activity. You'll see if I click on the women's category and click on women's tanks, I'll click on the Brielle training tank, and then I'll click back on the home page, and you'll see now the targeting offer on the page is, Patrick, would you like to learn more about our women's products and our women's range? Here's a 20% off discount. So Cheetah real-time personalization can really target you on digital, on mobile devices based on your activity, your browsing, your clicks, all of your behavior in digital channels. But what we're gonna do is we'll choose a product here. I'll choose men's tops. I will choose the everyday merino tee. I'll choose large and add it to my cart. What happens with work and family and life, we get distracted. We aren't able to complete all of the purchases. So what happens is I'll abandon my session here and I'll go to my email. What you'll see is I've already started to receive targeted, triggered messages to me based on my activity on site. The first one is don't leave us behind. Patrick, you left items in your cart. You can click a button in the email to resume the order. And then the second email, which can be sequenced over time, was resume your order and get free shipping. So there's a real specific offer in that email to continue that experience. You'll see the coupon code is InFreshIPABC. So I'll apply that code and resume the order. What happens then, it takes me back to the site and I can then click checkout. What you'll see is that free shipping order is now embedded in the checkout experience. And we're able to convert and continue that experience for me as a consumer. But now I'd like to hand it over to Iain Short, our resident marketing expert, who's going to take you through how to create this entire journey from the view of a marketer within Cheetah Digital.
Thanks, Patrick. Let's take a look in the Cheetah Console itself and look at how those events were consumed and how the platform reacted to them. We could look at the low-level events, but in this view, I'm looking at just core activities that happened. We can see the abandoned cart activity, which was when Patrick pressed the magic demo button to kick off the flow. And we were then added to a journey that sent an email, granted us a free shipping offer, and then sent us a secondary email. That journey is now waiting to see what Patrick does next before it takes any further actions. Let's take a look at the journey itself. When I open the journey, we'll see a visual representation of it. On the left, I can access more settings, and I can also access help and information, including a companion guide about how to leverage this journey within your business context. The journey itself begins when a cart is abandoned. It then makes a decision about whether to send an app notification or to send an email, depending on whether you have the Infini app installed. In Patrick's case, it sent an email It then waited just a short period of time before it sent a secondary email. And it's now waiting to see what Patrick does next before it takes any further action. If Patrick does nothing, it will send a last chance email, wait a little bit longer, and then exit the journey. I've marked this exit point as being neutral, and that's because it's not a customer issue if he exits at this point, but I didn't achieve my business objective. At any point, if Patrick was to purchase, we would move him to this bottom track where we would record the fact he's purchased and a successful outcome, and then remove him from the journey. To edit the journey, you just click on a step or hover over a step to press the X button and switch it for a different step. To understand the performance of a journey, we provide journey analytics. You can see here a dashboard that is providing insights across all of the running journeys, or I can tap into a single journey if I want to. And here we can see both the usage volumes, but also the journey monetary value, and even the attribution of which steps have led towards successful outcomes. So far, we've seen offers in a few different places. We saw them on the homepage and also in that second email that the journey sent us. I want to show you one more place called Infamy One. It's a tab on the site that's only available to those who sign in. It acts as an incentive to sign up and also rewards existing customers. I want to make sure that these offers are really relevant to each and every user and that they are likely to redeem them. So I'm going to use our intelligent offers solution. Here you can see I have a whole range of offers already set up, and they're pretty flexible. I can set up eligibility criteria. I can even decide how they present themselves in different channels. To help me manage them, I've set up a few campaigns that target different audience segments. The one we'll look at today is called Infamy One High Value Regulars. When I open this campaign, the first thing I've done is I've set up an audience segment called High Value Customers. I've also then set up a bunch of offers for this audience. So how do I decide which offer I put in front of each customer? Well, I could do that manually, and I just drag and drop the offers into the order that I want. Or I could get more personal, and I could define a set of rules to score offers based off things I know about each user. Here, for instance, I'm using some very simple rules to score offers based on gender and also a person's interests. In the real world, customers can and do use much more complex rules and sophisticated rule sets that use both data and predictions within the platform. Alternatively, I can use an ML model. And in this case, I just sit back and let the model do all of the scoring and calculations for me. Let's take a look at the model we just selected. This model looks at the audience and what we know about their product affinities and purchase habits. It then determines the offers that are most likely to be of interest to each consumer and most likely to deliver our business objectives. If we edit the model, we can alter aspects of it. We can select the business objective, maximizing for conversion or for revenue or for profit. We can select how many offers it should allocate for each user. And we can also determine how far back in time it will look in terms of historical data. On the Insights tab, it even provides us with some predictions in terms of expected redemption rates and even expected revenue. It's pretty powerful stuff, a model that recommends relevant offers to each and every consumer that's aligned to our underlying business objectives. I hope you found this demo has given you at least a taster of what's possible with Cheetah Personalization. A little bit later, Paul will be running through even more use cases for Cheetah Personalization. So stay tuned. Personalization isn't wholly new to Cheetah. There have long been proven capabilities in messaging, in loyalty, and elsewhere. But now, with EDP as our core data platform, we're able to take things to a new level, where a comprehensive view of each consumer combines with advanced capabilities like machine learning to power decisions at an individual consumer level. This centralization means that Cheetah Personalization can weave together capabilities from across the CES. It can tailor offers, content, messages, and more in a consistent and coherent way across all of your channels and touchpoints. It can power a single interaction, like an offer recommendation, or coordinate a series of them, like determining the most relevant journey for a consumer and then tailoring that journey for them. As you hopefully picked up in the demo, we aim to deliver this through a marketer-friendly UI that helps you take advantage of Cheetah Personalization without you having to be a data scientist. Let's take a closer look at the first 3 components that we touched upon in the demo and that are available today. Cheetah Real-Time Personalization uses the Cheetah web tag to listen to a consumer's interactions with your brand properties, like your websites, storefronts, and mobile apps, and then feeds this data in real time into the EDP. This real-time stream of events joins first and zero-party data and other data such as orders placed and products owned that form part of a member's profile in the EDP. Real-time personalization then uses this data to provide ways of tailoring a consumer's experience. It can trigger immediate actions across the CES product suite, like sending an email, granting an offer, or adding a user to a journey. It can also answer questions such as, what content should I present, and which offers are the most relevant for this user right now. The next component is Cheetah Journey Designer. With Cheetah, you can now deploy journeys of all shapes and sizes, from simple trigger-based journeys through multi-step journeys to advanced, fully custom ones. Our journey engine harnesses the power of Cheetah messaging, experiences, loyalty, and the EDP to help marketers support more relevant and helpful conversations with consumers across all of your channels. Of course, journeys work hand in hand with other elements of Cheetah personalization. You can, for instance, trigger a win-back journey when a consumer's propensity to churn increases. Or you could decide in the middle of a journey whether or not to provide an incentive based on a consumer's likelihood to convert. To help you get started, there's a library of best practice, marketer-friendly journeys available right out of the box, and these can easily be configured without you needing to start from a blank canvas. Whatever journeys you end up running, you can monitor their usage and their performance. We track each user's path through a journey, and we can then report on positive, negative, and neutral outcomes, both in terms of users and monetary impact. You can even delve into the relative importance of each step in driving a positive outcome and monitor any optimizations that you make. Right now, there are 6 pre-built journeys available right out of the box. Onboarding welcomes new users and provides you the opportunity to showcase how you can help them. You can also track a key goal, such as a purchase or a store visit or a membership upgrade, and incentivize this if you wish. Progressive profiling helps you enrich a consumer's profile over time. It determines the experiences that will be of interest to a consumer and then promotes them via channels such as email. When a user enters one of these experiences, the data they provide will be added to their existing EDP profile and can be used to determine the next most valuable experience to promote. We saw abandoned cart in the demo. This one sends a friendly reminder to a consumer when they leave something in their shopping cart and allows you to incentivize them with offers if they continue to hold out. Post-purchase journey keeps consumers in the know about their orders, from initial order confirmation through to shipping and delivery. It can even request ratings and reviews after a consumer has had a chance to unbox a product and thank a user for a positive review or help you handle any negative feedback. Anniversary lets you congratulate or reward a consumer for an anniversary, birthday, or some other special event. An activity, like a purchase, can be tracked as the successful outcome of this journey. And finally, win-back helps you re-engage consumers that haven't interacted with you for some time. You can remind them on appropriate channels of what they might be missing out on and even incentivize them to stay connected. Cheetah Intelligent Offers helps you deliver the most relevant content to each consumer. Intelligent Offers is built on top of a rich offer management system that lets you define, build, and manage content and offers. Content can be tailored with dynamic tokens and can be customized for different placements, such as in an email, over SMS, or on a product page on your website. Offer Intelligence allows you to apply rule sets and machine learning models to determine the most relevant offer for each consumer. Models can take into account what we know about a consumer and can optimize offer selection to meet specific objectives, from optimizing for conversion to maximizing revenue to maximizing profit, or even some combination of these. With all of this in place, you can showcase the most relevant content and offers for an individual consumer, depending on the display location, the context, and the channel. If you're thinking you heard me talk about something similar when we were discussing real-time personalization, that's because these 3 capabilities work closely together to support a variety of use cases. Talking of use cases, let me hand over to Paul in San Francisco to explore some of the ways in which Cheetah Personalization can help you.
Thanks, Iain. So now that Iain showed you about the product, we're going to discuss a way to look at the product and use the product for personalization. and some key personalization use cases. As I mentioned before, to me, it's about listening, it's about showing relevant content and staying connected. So rather than thinking about the product as capabilities, we'll focus on how to do those three things and do them well. So for listening, the thing you need to do is collect a lot of signal across your channels. You need email, you need web, you need mobile. For web signal, personalization allows you to record things people are doing on your website, listen to things they're showing interest in, how long they stay on the page, what they look at, and build their profile. Because that profile is the key cornerstone of personalization. If you have good data and you understand your customer because you've been listening, you'll know how to personalize to them. You'll understand what they want. That leads into the second piece, which is showing relevant content. Once you know the customer because you've been listening, you can then intelligently optimize your offers and your content to show them what they want to see. You can show them the side of your brand that they most want to interact with and predict what they might want to see in the future, even though they haven't yet looked at those pages themselves. So now that you've been listening to your customer and sharing relevant content, the third step is to stay connected. They're not always going to be on your website or mobile app, which means you need to connect them on other channels. You can use our Cheetah journeys to orchestrate those communications. When you have a new customer who's interacting with your brand, you can send them into an onboarding journey to nurture them about your brand and develop that relationship right away. If later on they forget something in their shopping cart, you can use an abandoned cart journey to help bring them to the moment of purchase. You can also use our journeys to bring a customer back who maybe has lost touch with your brand and is no longer opening their emails anymore using our win-back journey. Now these were just examples of journeys you can run on our journey engine. You can also create custom journeys to meet your business outcomes. So now that you've been listening, showing relevant content, and staying connected, it's time to create some magic. You can use ML and AI to boost each of these three activities. When you want to listen, you can use propensity models to determine what to listen for. What's going to be most impactful when you're building out your models for what content to show. When you're showing content, you can use intelligent offers to use those ML models to prioritize and rank offers and product recommendations for your customers. And when you want to stay connected, you can use ML models to predict when you need to send someone through a win-back journey who might not be connected to your brand at that moment, but you want to keep them. So what's next? So you want to get started. The place to go is our CES Help Center. We've collected companion guides for these use cases so that you can get started with each and every one you want to try. You can mix and match these companion guides together. You can remember their cart and track an abandoned cart to put them through a journey. You can build a profile using our web tag and then use that for our ML models for targeting offers. In each of these use cases has its own companion guide that talks about the business case, the benefit to you, and the steps to take to set this up and enable it for your brand. So you can explore these companion guides and help at cheetahdigital.com, or you can reach out to your account representative. Well, that's all I have from beautiful San Francisco. Back to you guys.
So there you have it, Cheetah Personalization Practitioner Session. Hope you got a lot of value out of the content. I know for myself in Boston, Paul out in California, Iain in the UK, we had a lot of fun creating the content. If you want to learn more about Cheetah Personalization, you can go to cheetahdigital.com/personalization or go to our CES Help Center to learn more about documentation and materials around personalization. Thank you.
Signals 20, the content series for marketing rock stars.